Jim Cran, Randy Bauman. We are broadcasting live at Steelers training camp, St. Vincent College in Latrobe, and we are joined by the leader of the Pittsburgh Steelers, number 7 quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. What's up, man? How are you?
Buddy?
Good, guys. How you doing?
Great, man. Look at him. Looks like $1 million.
I know.
Married life's doing nice for you, man.
Doing
you know?
good things.
Like you said, we know we outkicked our coverage. We outkicked our coverage.
Absolutely.
We were talking about
Newcastle.
that, man. Yeah, Newcastle.
You
girls.
guys did. You guys both landed it with Newcastle women. You're lucky.
Yep.
Yes.
We're good. We
Stunning.
know how to pick them.
Oh yeah.
So
oh yeah.
coming off the
It's in the
wedding,
water.
which we talked about on the air about what an unbelievable time that was, man. I really dug how loose it was, and I think that had like a lot to say about you and Ashley, and it was such a fun time. But you roll right from that into training camp, man.
Yeah. We went on a honeymoon. We went to the Pittsburgh Zoo.
Did you?
And went and saw you two. So
Nice.
that was our
That's
Pittsburgh honeymoon.
That is a huge Pittsburgh honeymoon. That's
It
big
was.
time.
It was nice. We got to go we thank everyone over at the Pittsburgh Zoo. We got there a little early and went back and got to feed a lot of the animals and stuff before they went out. So it was actually
no
kind of
kidding?
neat. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
What did you feed?
They were feeding the tigers and lions and the sea otters. We got to see them do some polar bear that back behind, do some tricks with those guys, and a bunch of those little the gorillas and all that stuff. It was pretty fun. We had a good time.
Did you see the elephants by any chance?
Yeah, we got to pet the elephants and feed them, so it was pretty cool.
That's like how about those? They could be good linemen. That'd
Yeah.
be good tackles.
Yeah, they would be.
Protection.
So, all right. So it's this is camp number. Geez, what is it? 8 for you now?
8, yeah.
So after being out here this many years, I mean, this has to be
wily veteran.
Yeah, you know exactly what to expect. But what's different about it this year, coming off the lockout, and how things are sort of compressed for you?
Well, you could probably add 5 years to your career the way this camp's set up with no two-a-days and the way pads are set up now. We're very lucky the way that the Rooneys and Coach Tomlin and even Coach Carr before that practices are they take care of us. You know, they take care of your bodies. They don't want you hitting too much and carrying your pads too often. And I think a lot of the teams, from what we've heard from Charlie, from all the meetings that they've had, a lot of teams are trying to mold their camps now around us by saying, no two-a-days and only having your pads this many times and meetings times for this. So, we kind of set the bar, so it shouldn't be too much new stuff for us, but a lot of other teams are going to start to see how nice we had it.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And yet you've reserved the right in the past when things haven't been going quite right. Both Bill Cowher and Mike Tomlin have brought the pads out late in the year,
Yep.
and it's gotten you guys back on the right track. Now you may not have that available to you as a problem solver.
Yeah, we're going to have to rely on the veteran leadership that we have, I think, and that shouldn't be a problem for us. We've got a lot of older guys, and I guess that includes myself now, that should be able to kind of snap us out of any kind of little funks like that. And I know that we still, I think, allowed to have one padded practice a week. There's so many new rules. I just go with whatever they tell me to do. So I think we'll be okay when it comes time late in the year.
Now, after the Super Bowl, Ben, we were, as fans, we were so happy. What a ride, and then we're bummed out, of course, crushed all of us as you are. After losing to Green Bay, which we should have beat. As a player though, that has to give you just that fire. I know I was talking to Brett about this, and just so much of a chip on your shoulder and ready for this year. In other words, really focused to get back, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think you take it one of two ways. I think some guys will use this all the way through as fuel. I think other guys kind of don't want to dwell on the past. So that's kind of the philosophy I take. Is I don't. Now that I'm here at camp, I don't have to think about it every day because I don't have that sign under my bathroom window. But it's one of those things that you know about it, you think about it when it gets brought up, and you think about your last game you played and you lost. So it does hurt, but you can't dwell too much on it because you got to look forward. Because now our thoughts is on our week 1 and week 2, week 3. We got to try and get back to the Super Bowl. So right now you use that sting a little bit, but not too much. You can't dwell on it too much, but it definitely still hurts.
Ben, you and Plex were pretty tight when he played here. How close was he to coming back here in your estimation?
Very. We
Really?
talked quite frequently, and even when he came to visit, we talked and we had lunch together. And he had to do. I don't say unfortunately, but he had to do what was best for him and his family, and unfortunately that was to go with the Jets. And I wish him nothing but the best. We talked about it. He texted me and said, I wish I could come back there and I want to play with you, but I got to do what's best for my family. And I respect him for that, and I wish him nothing but the best.
Ben, you guys have got a lot of weapons, and even though Burst didn't come here, and you've been close the last couple of years to really becoming that kind of offense you want to become. You've talked about score every possession, be feared. Is this the year that you guys kind of click into Indianapolis mode or maybe Brian Billick Vikings mode and maybe push the limits of what you guys can achieve?
Well, I hope so, and I don't want Steeler fans and people out there to start freaking out thinking that we're going to throw the ball every play, because that's not what it means. It just means, that we're clicking, that we're making things work, the run, the pass, the no huddle, the huddle, the goal line, all that stuff. So I think we've got enough weapons, and in the last year, young rookie guys that we had a receiver have now, I think, have made huge leaps from year 1 to year 2, and Mike Wallace is growing, and obviously the running back situation we have, and Heath at tight end. So I honestly think that this could be a year that we could really turn it on offense.
I got the Merino high tops, and did you put word in for me to coach
I did.
at third down back?
I think they moved practice back, though, and you're not going to be here, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm going to be. Well, I'll come tomorrow.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah,
that'll work.
Third down back. I don't think I do every down, but third down, I
Yeah.
think I'm good for that.
Yeah, third down, because I would put you on the backside when Harrison blitzes, so just
Yes.
get in the way.
Probably a better third down back in Canada, you think? Punting down?
Speaking of Harrison, was there a fundamental misunderstanding among Steeler fans about your relationship with him?
Absolutely.
Like, people don't get that he says stuff like that, and you're like, yeah, that's Debo.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, when he called me and told me about it, I kind of laughed at him. And he explained everything that happened, and because I didn't know anything about it, I don't read the papers and whatever. So he explained it to me, and I told him, I said, listen, it's fine. I mean, it's really okay. I said, you're not going to be harder on me than I am on myself. And I chuckled. I said, listen, I appreciate the call. I appreciate you explaining, but you didn't need to do it. But no, there was never anything, a rift between us or anything, because I know a lot of people say, oh, they seem to be acting, they seem to be fine, but who knows? No, we were always fine. You saw us, honestly, I think it maybe even brought us closer together. He was at the wedding. We talked a lot, and we've talked a lot since on the phone, which we never really did before.
In general, is that what his football talk is? Just different than what the media picks up? In other words, you guys in the locker room, you bust chops all the time or jag each other or whatever, and the media maybe picks up on things that it's not happening the way it's really happening, you're saying.
Whether it's inside jokes or things that, we sit there, like James and I talked about, trying to put on a joke where we're going to come out and tell the media we were really mad at each other and we're going to fight. But then someone, as we're joking about it, someone would take it the wrong way, and it could just blow up. So that's a little bit of the problem with people not really knowing kind of what goes on inside the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
I know that there are a few teammates who went out to L.A. to see Hines dance, but I have to believe that there's still a good bit of ball busting going on about him being the king dancer.
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to come. He was one of the offensive guys that didn't come to the wedding. Unfortunately, I was going to put him on the spot and make him dance out there, but he never showed up. So,
So you got a dancing champion here, and we were talking with Keys, and Keys said he wants one for the beard this year, which I expect to see the beard in all its glory once again this year. Another fantastic beard year for him, but. You have a unique opportunity here with the shortened year and having all these veterans back here. Are you grasping it as such? Are you talking about it like, look, we've got a chance to strike right now while all these other guys are trying to figure out what they're doing with new personnel?
Yeah, I mean, we've got a good group. Obviously, our defense is a little bit older in offense, but we've got people that know how to practice. Like, we're missing a lot of guys, obviously, that can practice today. So it's been good to get some of those young guys some of those reps, because we know when the older guys come back, when Doug Legursky and Jonathan Scott and Willie Colon and some of those guys come back, they're gonna be able to jump right in and just pick it right back up. So it's kind of been good that we can get the young guys working, and we're a veteran enough group that I think we'll be okay.
Ben Roethlisberger, quarterback, Pittsburgh Steelers. Best of luck. Congrats on the wedding, man. And
you were a dancing machine, by the way.
I told you, I can bust it out.
You were doing the sprinkler. You're doing the
worm,
everything.
Parted.
I was out there with Willie. We were, it was one-on-one for a while. I thought there was gonna be a little bit of serving going on. I thought maybe either he or I was going to get served at one point, but it was
broken the bird
dance.
It was
a stale match, a stalemate
good.
rather.
They got that for everyone that wasn't there. They got a big circle around Willie and Randy and just let them dance. They battled.
It was a tight battle.
And Jimmy thought he was back in the disco era.
Yes, I did. I was moving. I give the Travolta move on the side. Does like a nod to you, Randall.
It was good. It was great.
Are we going to get our schedule together for driving up to Newcastle for the holidays? We
Absolutely.
Oh, that's nice.
Might as well. Let's carpool.
I didn't realize. I didn't think about that. You guys can do that. That's great. Go to the Lady of the Dukes. Go Christmas caroling. You're in good shape.
Exactly.
Hey, Ben Roethlisberger, thanks so much,
man.
Bud. Appreciate it. Best of luck as always.
Thanks, guys.
And congrats on all your success to this point. Let's
appreciate it.
Looking forward to this year, bud.
We're broadcasting live from Steelers training camp in Latrobe right now. It's Jim Crenn. Randy Bauman and the DVE Morning Show on your home of the Pittsburgh Steelers, 102.5 DVE.